If you're like me, you sometimes just get nervous around crowds and just lock up in general. And it's hard to sometimes to just get over that. And it's a process to, change yourself to be a more outgoing person. And I've been in this situation so many times it's not even funny. But from those situations, I learned to put together steps that can help me, and hopefully these steps will help you. So I have 4 steps that I really want to talk to you about and share with you. And the first step is to know who you are and what you love to do. Now, this is a very out there step, but I believe that it's really essential to every other step that I'm going to tell you. The reason why I want you to know who you are is because you have to know who you are before you can express who you are, right? So, what I would like you to do, or what I did in general, I started picking out things that I really love to do. So for me, I love playing games. I love doing this. I love doing that. And from that, I built on that and based my personality around that. Not saying that your loves and lights should make you, but they are essential for making up, your personality. I believe they are like building blocks for who you really are. And it'd be easier for you to figure out who you are. I believe that you should just get a basis for of who you are in general, like your dislikes, your likes, and all of that around. Just know yourself a little bit. You don't have to know everything about yourself, but you could learn a little bit about yourself. So this brings me to my second step. And the second step is to live life without regrets. Now, what I was talking about earlier was like, if you like something, then you should know that. Well, with this step is telling you to express what you like. Like, if you like I said, let's say you like football and you love football, you love the sport, and say the people that are around you don't like football. Well, that shouldn't be any reason for you not to express or tell them you like football, because that's something that you love to do. That's something that you like, and they should just deal with it. It's the fact that you love something, you shouldn't be ashamed of it. So this means if you have a joke you even want to talk about, then you go out and do that joke. Like, if you want to just talk about anything in general, well, you just talk about it. Don't be afraid to express what you feeling. What are you feeling at that moment? It's a lot of times I see people just go out in the world and just really be so secluded to themselves and not really show who they are, and it's really sad, because like, everybody in my opinion has something that is very special about themselves, and it's a shame when they feel like they can't just let it out. I oftentimes admire people that just are instinctual, that can just go out and know what they want to do, know who they are, and just go out into the world and just love the things that they want to do. And they have no problem at all with conversating with people and stuff. It blows my mind. But if you really want to just become more expressive yourself, just knowing how to talk to people better, or just anything you want to do, then you're going to have to take a step-by-step process, not necessarily mine, but you're going to have to just learn to get out of your comfort zone and keep going forward. Now, step number 3 is a step that is really still hard for me to come to terms with, but it is really something that you should hold dear to your heart. And step number 3 is to know that not everyone is going to like you for you. Now, I was talking about expressing yourself no matter how much how fearful you are of how people think of you. Well, that comes into this step, meaning that sometimes when you express yourself to the fullest, and sometimes you may be the nicest person in the world, but somebody still may not like you. And that's okay. I personally believe that not everyone is supposed to like each other. Like, it's certain people that I don't like, but it doesn't mean that you can't love them, but you don't necessarily mean you have to like them. And that's fine, like, because everybody have their own differences that make them unique. And without differences, I believe it'd be a boring world. So it's just the fact that you're gonna have to learn to sometimes deal with rejection. Like sometimes you'll say a joke, and they'll look at you like you're crazy, or sometimes you'll tell somebody that you like certain things, like say you like bowling, and they'd be like, I don't like bowling. And you'd be like, okay, you just got to deal with it. And it's just a part of life. You're just going to have to learn that not everybody is built the same, and not everybody going to share the same opinions as you. And that's okay. Like I said, it's fine. But that brings me to step number 4. Now, in my opinion, step number 4 is the most essential step, the most important step that you need to learn. And this step is to stop pleasing the fake crowd. Now, what is a fake crowd? A fake crowd is really what I call just, the negative thoughts in your own head. It's you. Most of the time when we buy ourselves, we'll put on some pants and we be like, man, I look fat in these pants. Or put on a shirt and you be like, man, I really have to lose weight. No, you have to stop beating yourself down. You got to stop putting yourself down. Even it's to the point where some people just, even be around people and they'll say something like, oh, well, I think I lost some pounds, and then they'll beat themselves down before the other person can even say anything. They be like, well, yeah, I am getting kind of fat and stuff like that. Well, you're supposed to love yourself. If you feel that you are not as good as you need to be, then change yourself. But do not beat yourself down for the mistakes that you made in the past, or just things in general, because this will hinder the steps that I already told you. If you don't get rid of those negative thoughts about yourself, what will happen is that you won't be able to express yourself at all. All these steps will just go out the window then, because you don't like yourself. That's the real killer. If you don't like yourself, or you don't love yourself, then how can anybody else like you? How can anybody else really get to know you? They won't be able to get to know you, because you always beating yourself down and not able to really show them the real you, because you don't even want to know the real you. And it's really something that you have to work at, because I was one of those people. That always down themselves before anybody else. I was very self-conscious. I was very shy. But you gotta move on from that. You have to keep moving forward. That's the whole point of life, in my opinion. It's just to learn the things about yourself, that your faults, your likes, your dislikes, and just keep moving. So thank you guys for watching. I really do appreciate it. These are just my own personal opinions, like I said, and it's not the only way you could learn to express yourself. I'm guaranteeing you that. Somebody probably has many more steps than me, and probably has some that are twice as better. But I would really like to see you guys' opinions about the matter itself too. If you would like, leave a comment about it, and just have a discussion. I want to thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.